Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode. Dave Rodriguez here, one of the head traders in the Alliance community. Want to give a quick shout out to everyone watching the video today. Definitely appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys mash that subscribe button if you have not already on your way out. So all you newbie guys, all you newbie viewers, make sure you watch and stay to the very end because we'll be revealing our free ebook, the Cryptocurrency Consumer Guide. Has all our best kept secrets and strategies, tons of facts, and some key things you guys are going to need to know in order to make some money in this market. So, not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight to the point because it is a low volume weekend as always, but we want to keep you guys updated as to what we see. So, to jump right in real quick, we've kind of got a blank chart today, and I want to kind of break down what I see. We're going to stick to a little bit of a larger chart, a 6-hour chart. So, there's a few things I see here, guys. First things first, let's focus on the current price. So you guys know I'm a big fan of drawing this box here to see the low and the high. That we are obviously consolidating in between that, creating higher highs and higher lows here. So what we're looking for is a break to either side. As you can see, I'll just kind of break this down as if I was just looking at the charts for the first time today. We can see an obvious trend line here. Some people would do something like this here. Really up to you. This is the area I'm focused on. I'll draw little circles around the areas of focus. Would be here and here. Okay, so we got this obvious uptrend here, obvious downtrend here. Okay, now let's look and see what else this chart is showing us. Do it from here. Okay, as you guys can see, we've got this hold here of the 61.8 that's still holding back above the 50, went above and held above the 38.2. Now we're kind of holding below it. We're kind of doing a back and forth. I'm looking for a big candle like this to lead us in one direction or the other. But one other thing I was noticing here, I like to look at it from every angle. So I was noticing here, I like to try to connect points and see where it leads us. So let's just look at this hypothetically. Okay, a hypothetical type of setup here. Let's see what we have. Okay. Here we go. Oh, sorry, guys, I'm kind of a perfectionist here. So, as you can see, you have this run up here. Okay, it's a nice run up, and now we're creating like a downwards wedge. Okay, with a bunch of patterns inside of it. We have an uptrend here, so we're kind of at a pivotal moment here with all these signs right here showing that if you look at it from this wedge point of view, you've got 1, 2, 3. And we've rejected here a couple of times. So we're at a pivotal point. Are we going to break down and outside this wedge? Very huge possibility because we could see the fourth leg inside this wedge. Usually there's some 5 touches inside these wedges. And you can see the next Fibonacci mark being met as you touch down here for the 3rd time, and then it would blast out of the top. So I could definitely see something like that, maybe a breakdown and outside. And coming down to the 78.6 to kind of fill this complete wedge in, downwards wedge, and then you would see an explosion to the upside. Okay, this is something kind of new, kind of a theory I'm looking at. That is totally possible. That's why we wait for a break to one side or the other on this wedge here. But you can see we're consolidating inside of a wedge that's forming lower lows. So maybe we could bounce back down. But on a bigger view, what we've been watching, what we're hoping for, was this head and shoulder to play out. Because this is what we talked about over a week ago, and it is still not played out. But it is still not invalid. So that's why we have to keep this in mind. If it hasn't played out and it hasn't not been invalidated, then it's still possible. I know this looks like a lot right now, but you see the left shoulder, you see the head, and you see the right shoulder here. That has not played out yet. So the right shoulder would have to go from here to here, represented by this pink arrow here. We'll make it easier for everybody to see. Okay, this area here needs to get to the 0, right around the 4400 area. If that was to happen, the head and shoulder would be formed, but the trade hasn't played out. Okay, if a head and shoulder forms, that's one trade. If it breaks above the neckline and holds over the neckline, that's a whole different trade. That trade would be absolutely huge. We could even take that up to the 12-hour to see where that trade would play out. I mean, that trade would be the distance from the head to the neckline. So with that in mind, this would be the target. And what do you know? That is our next ceiling right here. So that would be beautiful, guys. That would be probably like a, who knows, 30%, 25% return on Bitcoin, which would be a beautiful thing. But like I said, guys, there's a lot that has to happen before that plays out, because we could see this come back down to the 78.6. But this is what I want you guys to realize. If this right shoulder is broken and we get back down here, there's less likelihood that this head and shoulder will play out like that. Okay? If it gets down below the 0, this is invalidated 100%. And we've seen kind of a double bottom here on the Fibonacci. So there's a lot of things to look out for. I'm not moving until I see one of these areas being broken. And I hope to see a big candle break up to the upside, head and shoulder play out as far as reaching the top of the right shoulder. And we'll see what happens after that. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Those of you who have not taken advantage of that link, look in the description below. You'll see the bitcoinconsumerguide.com/YT. That's like YouTube. Click that link. Get your free ebook. There's a free training series by Cody Sperber himself. There's so much cool things that he's going to offer you guys and let you know about for free. So check that out. Make sure you take advantage of it. Learn as much as you can without spending crazy money. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the next Bitcoin Breakdown.